Stories untold, tales that we've spun, quite a few missing, where have they gone? Come and fill your mind with ghosts of the past, now that we're breaking bad. Now that we're breaking bad. Now that we're breaking bad. Now that we're breaking bad.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Breaking Bad.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me back.
You're back again.
She is. It couldn't have been too bad.
No.
First 2 times. I've only heard the first one since.
You have.
But I really enjoyed it. I have to just be conscious that I don't let that get in my head and then change how I behave. Start talking like this all the fucking time.
The fame might be getting to us, audience.
It could be.
Yeah, welcome back to Breaking Bad, the podcast where I tell a guest the story of a person who's been lost from history, usually because they're marginalised or just because, historians can be a bit picky and choosy of the people's stories that they share, you know?
Yeah.
So, we've got Lewis Miles with us again.
Can you believe it? You can't believe your luck.
I know, very lucky. And actually, I feel like you've got a confession to make about today's story.
Oh, yes, I do, actually, yes. So, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Obviously, this is my 3rd time on the podcast now, so I was hoping to be a little bit more useful to Kaine in the production process. We have a mutual friend who hopes is going to be on the podcast at some point.
Hopefully.
And I was going to be helping find the story to tell that person. And I stumbled upon this person, and I was like, oh, that'd be great for Andy. Oh, just name dropped him.
He'll love that.
And the more I had a little look at it, I haven't looked at much, so just basically a one sentence synopsis of this person, and I was like, I really want to do this one. I was really keen. Yeah. It seemed so up my street that I was like, I have to. So selfishly, I stole it from Andy and demanded that you do it with me instead.
He really did. 3 episodes in, and he's already put in requests.
Yep, already making demands.
I love that. But I'm really excited for you to hear it. And as you said, you don't only know the synopsis. And
very, very top line. Like three words to describe the person. That was enough for me to be completely sold. So.
Fantastic. But before we go into that, there's one thing that I do have to reveal. Close your eyes.
Oh my goodness. I'm scared. What?
Don't be scared. Open them, senpai.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
We got our brown belt.
We did. Oh, yeah, cool. This podcast has been the story of our brown belt grading, isn't it, really?
It has. Yeah, a friend of mine actually texted me saying, I just listened to it. It's today.
Yeah, my friends did the same thing. Oh. Like, they messaged me while listening and were like, oh, how did your brown belt go?
And it was fucking hard, wasn't it?
It was really fucking hard.
This is actually the first time we're seeing each other since.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, this weird thing that earlier I'm like, I wanted to talk to you about it.
Yeah,
but
we touched on it a little bit, didn't we? Yeah.
But it was death-defying,
Yeah,
honestly.
it was really hard. I've graded to relatively high levels in martial arts before, but I don't remember it being that hard. No. Maybe I'm just getting older, but it felt really intense.
Let's just say it was like...
It was definitely intense, but I don't... Yeah, I didn't expect it to be quite the level of intensity.
I will never forget you looking at me and being like, I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah,
and
I did.
Me being like, me too. I really...
Slap myself.
I told him to slap himself, and we were slapping ourselves just to get through it. But cheers to us.
Cheers. Congratulations.
A 1.5-year journey to get there.
Yeah, you did. I thought we both did really well.
Me too. And then you look back, and when you see the videos, I feel like it looks so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we don't even look that tired.
No,
I look very dishevelled, but we're not like.
No,
I felt like I was almost on the floor, couldn't keep my own head up, kind of thing.
For sure, me too. It was very hard, but it was just like it took me a few days to kind of get through the days of it, like physically and mentally. And now I'm just like, oh my God, we're brown belts now. So you can call us Senpai Lewis and Senpai Kaine. Thank you. Next belt is black and sensei. So
yes, it is. Minimum a year, but we'll probably be a bit longer, won't we?
Yeah. Well, we've got weapons to do.
We have to do all the weapon stuff. So we'll do that. And we don't need to rush it.
No, we've got a whole life.
Yeah, we do.
So I just thought I'd bring the little...
Yeah, such a good idea. When you said close your eyes, I was very obedient, but also very scared.
Were you?
I was like, what's it going to be?
You have no trust in me, clearly. Well, there you go. That's what a brown belt looks like. This is what you can do when you put your mind to matter, babies.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh my God.
We
How
do.
cool.
Yes. So yeah, cheers to that. And then we have to do a corrections corner. I have to apologise to
Christ, yeah.
Thomas Cook
Yeah,
and Tui, because I thought they were the same people. And in the episode 8 with Alexander Humboldt, I was like, oh yeah, why did Tui change its name from Thomas Cook? And then no, they're rivals.
Oh, are they?
They're literal rivals.
Oh, bloody hell.
So sorry about that. I've
cancelled by
obviously
the
never been on a
cruise goers.
package
Yeah,
holiday.
well, I also have one as well.
Okay.
I mistook Jane Austen for Jane Eyre, and then I said that Jane Austen wrote Jane Eyre, which isn't true. I don't think. I think is it Emily Bronte that wrote Jane Eyre? I still don't even know, but I know I was wrong in the first place.
This might be correction corner for next
Correction
episode.
corner squared. No, I'm owning up.
No, I love that. And also the bubbling of the water. That was really funny because we were talking about the same thing. It's just that Maeve has pointed out, she told me the thing. I'd completely misunderstood it and added a kettle in there. So I was like, kettles boil up.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so that's, we're honest. We
Yeah,
try
exactly.
our
And
best.
it's all live. We're not scripted.
All live.
It's all coming off the top of our heads, so we're going to get things wrong.
No script at all. But
yeah.
no, the Thomas and the Tui, those
But
things.
all the facts about this person are correct.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just our little tangents that
the tangent.
that tend to be a little.
Well, cheers again.
Cheers again. Hey. Delicious.
Okay.
You have to edit that bit.
Delicious. Oh yeah. I've got a noise gate now that can make.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, sometimes they need to be in.
Yeah,
It's
adds a little
folly.
bit of a.
Right. Well, without further ado, you ready for your story?
Extremely ready.
Fantastic. I love that you do that every time.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
Add a bit of drama
Well, you
to the
need
proceedings.
Oh, there's the upstairs inferno.
Oh.
She's not her. Okay, I think that's.
R.I.P.
I asked them for recto verso, and they did not give.
What?
Me. Yeah, for some reason.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, sorry, printing.
Oh, what do you call
What?
it?
Recto verso.
Oh,
Oh, that's why you didn't understand.
No idea
It's
what
like
that
the
is.
French, like recto verso, which means one
print
side
on
the
both
other.
sides.
We just say print on both sides.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I think double-sided. You'd say maybe.
Double-sided tape. Yeah. Okay, so the sources for this episode are an article from the Natural History Museum,
Stunning.
as well as one from the BBC, another great episode from the Bad Gays podcast, and a post from gayinfluence.blogspot.com.
How old's that?
I don't know.
Blimey.
Quite old, not as old as our person, and one from the Smithsonian as well.
Well, very, very reputable.
Yes,
I would say.
very. I'd never really read, Smithsonian. It's not my usual kind
The
of
go-to.
No. But yeah, without further ado, let's start with another cold opening.
Cold open.
Do you love?
I do.
So,
Set the scene.
get into it. It's 1919, and somewhere in the skies above what is now Hungary, two men are sitting in the passenger seats of a small plane heading to Sopron, a city near the Austrian border. The two men are nervous. They've managed to escape the now communist state under fake ID documents, but the hardest part of their journey is yet to come. The older man of the two rustles through his bag he packed earlier with the few items they will need to start their new life in Austria. His latest manuscript, some jewels, and something heavy. After a deep breath, he pulls out a revolver and puts it to the back of the pilot's head. We're changing course, Captain. Fly us to Vienna. Today, Lewis, I'll be telling you the incredibly crazy story of the gay adventurer, paleontologist, spy, and hijacker, Baron Franz Nopcsa Bonfelsho Silvas.
Another incredible name, but it sounds... I'm very excited. I'm very sat. I'm ready.
She's ready.
What a great cold open. It reminds me of like the start of an Indiana Jones film.
Literally.
Or something. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
I know.
James Bond.
She tries. So I'll say his name again once, and then he'll just
we
be
need
Franz.
Franz, yeah, we
It's
need
just
a
Franz.
nickname of some kind.
He's Barons, man. Honestly.
I know, blimey.
So, today's story actually begins just 18 years after we said goodbye to our dear friend Alexander von Humboldt.
18 years later.
Yeah. And ironically, it's kind of from the other side of the empirical corridor, if you will.
Oh.
So, Humboldt was Prussian, remember, which was like large parts of Germany, or today's Germany and Eastern Europe. But their biggest rival were the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So it's giving like 19th century European Romeo and Juliet. Same era, different team.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
So most probably under the watchful eye of a notable Hungarian oak tree.
I think probably.
Baron Franz Nopcsa von Felschow-Schilvath was born on the 3rd of May, 1877. At the family estate, another family estate, they've all got one, in Deva, Transylvania, which was then part of the Kingdom of Austria-Hungary, but would today be modern-day Romania. Europe is compliqué, très compliqué at this time.
It is now.
Well, it is. Yeah, very true. So his parents were Elek and Matilda Henrietta Zelensky. So that was her maiden name, Zelensky, but I thought I'd put it in because...
Yeah, wow.
So his father fought against Mexican independence in the Imperial Army.
A smorgasbord of...
It is. And later became an administrator at the Hungarian Royal Opera in Budapest. So quick side note to explain the Mexico thing, because why the fuck is the Austro-Hungarian Empire fighting there? So I didn't know, but Mexico had declared its independence in 1821 from Spain.
Right.
But conservatives in the country, as well as Napoleon III, still wanted to ensure there was European influence in the nation. And so they declared Maximilian I, the younger brother of the then Austro-Hungarian ruler, as Emperor of Mexico. So they went and supplanted the Austrian-Hungarian emperor's little brother into Mexico. And so that obviously didn't stick. And after 3 years of war, which our new friend Franz's father fought in, that's why I know.
Right.
Maximilian I was captured and executed in 1867. So
10 years before he was
born. Yeah, before this new guy's born. Very good counting. You're getting better.
I was getting better. Last time I was all over the shop.
No, but you got 27. You had it.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah, I counted it on a calculator. So this guy who was like supplanted as Mexican emperor, his last words were, "Viva Mexico, viva la independencia." Viva Mexico, viva la independencia. So he kind of was like, okay, I get it. You know, you don't want me.
Yeah.
Long live your independence. So Europe is changing, girl. Like colonial shit's like not sticking anymore. It's, you know, kind of the next. It's almost like the sequel to Humboldt a little bit, this story, I think you will find.
Yeah. Next era.
It is. And it's like, oh, the Empire's losing. It's like Star Wars, I feel like. It's like a kind of...
Now you're talking my language.
Right? So, anyway, back to the main story. So, his uncle was a member of the court of the Empress Elizabeth of Austria, who was also known as Empress Sisi.
I feel like all these emperors and empresses really dilute how important it is to be an emperor and empress. There's like
I know, right?
Hundreds of them.
There's so many of them. And guess what? She was married to Emperor Franz Joseph I,
was she?
Who was her cousin.
Oh, obviously.
So Franz Nopcsa was right in amongst it all. He had a seat at the table with all the inbred royals, went to the best school in Vienna, and enjoyed a childhood of privilege. So yeah,
with a name like that, I'm not too surprised.
Right?
Shall we say.
So it was another kind of Bridgerton queen.
we need to find. Oh, well, I guess it's going to be even harder to find people who are like up from nothing.
Well, yeah.
Rather than all being. I mean, we probably could find someone who's not a literal child of emperor.
No, you can. It's just, I guess this one being gay is that's the thing, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah, one or the other.
It's kind of, a lot of the time. Or, I mean, I'm sure that you also had like, you know, lower crazy people, but a lot of the time to have the power to like do something.
Yeah. To be influential. Like.
You need some kind of influence. So anyway, one day in 1895, when Franz was 18, his life would be completely altered by something that did not shine like gold, but instead was stuck in a muddy riverbank on his family's estate.
I think I know what this could be.
His little sister, Ilona, was walking along the river when she saw something protruding from the bank. It resembled a very large skull, but was nothing like she or her brother Franz had ever seen before. Neither was it in any scientific books at the time. This was Franz's first head-to-head with a dinosaur fossil.
I knew
it! Can you do a dinosaur?
No.
Well, we don't know what it sounds like.
Yeah, they can say that.
Well, like kind of shrieky, I think.
You think shrieky, like more like
I think more. Well, so I listened to this really cool thing about how they did. It was like a YouTube video of what dinosaurs would sound like.
No, the resonating chamber, they 3D printed and stuff. Is that?
Yeah, I think so. And they were like, it's basically if you get like a pig, a chicken, and you like a chicken, but like take it down loads of octaves.
Oh yeah.
The rumble of a T-Rex. They were trying to do that, and it was like,
really cool. Yeah, I don't think they do know, but I'd love to know.
Yeah, me too.
We don't have to get into it just yet, but I have lots of feelings and thoughts about dinosaurs.
We will get into it, don't you worry.
Have you ever found a fossil though?
No.
No, me neither. I used to always try.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never thought of doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I was
That's
big.
really cool. Like actually sifting through.
Well, not like not like in gravel, like on the beach normally, because like the Jurassic Coast and stuff is all around the UK.
Dorset.
Yeah. But I think most coast you can probably find something. So I don't be like
probably
looking through the rocks and cliffs and things. But
they are cool. But we'll get into those. So intrigued, he brought the collection to Professor Edward Seuss, a renowned paleontologist who was impressed by his findings and encouraged him to not only study the bones but to keep digging. So then he decided to study paleontology and geology and got his PhD with his doctorate subject matter being the geological mapping of his family's estate. I wrote posh twat vibes.
100%. What?
Literal posh.
Say it again.
So his doctorate subject
his PhD thesis was my family home.
My family home and all the fossils that we have underneath it in Transylvania. Modern day Romania. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
That is kind of ridiculous.
It's almost like doing my family tree.
Yeah, it is. Fucking
terrible.
Barons.
Barons over me.
So he was all about that paleontology and he was also rather good at it. So while digging through his family's back garden, which I'm sure his mother loved, can you imagine?
Rip it out.
My petunias! Just everywhere, fucking gone. He improved his technique and even pioneered the use of referencing living animals in order to visualize the missing soft tissue, what it could have looked like.
Love.
Which is pretty cool.
We'll
get more into the thing. But
yeah, you're holding me back. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm holding you back because otherwise.
Shut up.
Yeah. He delivered his first public lecture in Vienna, aged 22, where he announced his discovery, which was the skull in his garden. It was called a Telmatosaurus.
Oh, can I see it?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Or a swamp lizard, which was a 5-meter long duck-billed herbivore. Very big, 5 meters, very large.
Pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. Well, long as well, and it was about 2 meters tall.
Yeah,
3 maybe.
Yeah, I think like not huge, but for
not huge
compared to animals now.
Well, yeah. So he was ahead of his time when it comes to paleontology because of the way he thought out of the box when it came to analysing findings. He frequently looked to birds for clues at how dinosaurs might have parented, which is smart because they are dinosaurs.
But that'd been way before anyone knew that.
Yeah.
I wonder why he picked birds.
I know.
A stroke of genius.
Well, honestly, we'll get back into it. We're going to go into the story that we'll get into dinosaurs later. I'll give you the green light.
Okay,
when you
tell me when. I won't say.
I don't want you to get scared.
No, I won't.
And be like, we're not going back to dinosaurs, but we will.
You know me so well.
I do. So he was a bit of a diva, though. He often openly critiqued or insulted other people's work, which meant he was a bit of a Marmite, love him or hate him kind of guy. Yeah. So the hill he would die on, if you will, paleontologically, was, thank you, an argument he pushed back on all his life that dinosaurs were mostly all very large. So at the time, the majority of exhumations?
Yeah, excavations, I'd probably say. Exhumation is right, but that makes me think of like someone stealing someone's
being
nan from the ground.
From
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Of excavations were very large fossils, with the smallest being the size of a horse, for example.
Yeah.
But when they found smaller ones, many scientists argued that they were just baby dinos, but Franz disagreed. He believed there was a much larger diversity of size in the dinosaur lizarddom, which he proved by slicing into a fossil and studying the cell structure, showing that the bones belonged to a small but mature adult dinosaur.
Love that.
So he was like a short dinosaur king lover.
Yeah. Not a size queen at all.
Not at all. So around this time, aged in his early 20s, Franz started to go through what we would today call mental health episodes. Suffering from self-described periods of endless productivity and self-confidence before then crashing out into moments of depression and withdrawing from society. I was like, that sounds like me. I was like, wait. And it's believed he may have been bipolar at the time.
Oh, yeah, but I first thought bipolar. Do you think you were?
Well, now I'm like, maybe I should get a test because...
I've never seen you in a low state though, really.
No, I guess I'd put it on. No, I'm joking. No, but like...
We have to air this bit.
No. Hey, we're all about mental health on our episode.
We are.
No, I was a bit depressed like a year ago and, you know.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, no, it's just, sometimes I'm like, oh, I've got that energy. And I'm like, and then sometimes like, I can't do anything anymore. But maybe it's because I do too much.
It could
But
be.
it sounds like he does too much.
Well,
So
he does. Well, he does seem like he does a lot, but he's also, his PhD thesis is digging up his own backyard. So it can't be like...
True.
I always find it hard I feel sorry for people who are like landed gentry.
Well, yeah.
And I know they all go through the same things that we do, but at the same time, it's just a little bit like...
You don't have to feel sorry for this guy. He honestly, he's no hero.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so he believed it, he described it, as shattered nerves. And he was just up and down. And so we think today he was probably bipolar. But one of his main traits is that he was pretty obsessive, as it says. I think he would have had a podcast. It's giving...
And I would have listened to that
You
podcast.
would have loved that podcast.
I like him already. I want to talk to him already.
Great. So two things really dominated his life. His obsession with dinosaurs and also the country Albania. Oh, you didn't think about that one, did you?
Well,
Didn't think that was coming in.
That's where we diverge a little bit.
That's where we diverge.
Me and Franz.
So he was first introduced to the country when his sister, again, Ilona, she's the plot creator of
she
his
is.
life.
She's behind the scenes, fucking
She's
marionette,
literally like, hey,
puppet
come over
master.
here. So she brought an Albanian student friend home one day, and after hearing about the man's native country, Franz was like, I need to go see it. Like, let's go.
Was he a great... Did he work for Thomas Cook?
Oh, maybe. Maybe get him a great deal at TUI Airlines.
Oh, which one?
But so let me tell you about Albania.
Oh,
So-
please. I'd love to hear. I didn't know we were going to
Well,
Albania today.
we're going, baby. Get your coats on. We're going up north. So Albania in the early 1900s was a rugged, semi-autonomous corner of the Ottoman Empire.
I loved how I was so in with rugged, and then and then I expected that to be something like beautiful or stunning, and it was semi-autonomous.
Yeah. No, it was mountainous, clan
this is what I
governed,
want. Yeah.
and politically volatile. And that combination made it matter far beyond its size. So it was basically stuck between the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Ottoman Empire, right?
Oh, wow.
So I'm giving you some history lessons.
Yeah,
right?
you are.
So, but if you're keeping up well, but if you're ever like, wait, what the fuck? Just let me know.
Oh, no.
So the highlands were effectively ruled by tribal law rather than Istanbul, with most men armed and local loyalties outweighing imperial authority. European observers describe the region as strategically sensitive, a fiercely independent population living in mountainous terrain with widespread resistance to Ottoman control. So in Game of Thrones, they're a bit like the Wall. Like at the end, they're a bit like, they're in the country, but they're far, and everyone has this racial thing about them, like they're wildlings. They're kind of like wild, and also their Muslim population.
Okay.
So it's kind of like but so that's what Fran's little white, boy is like. Oh,
that was what drew him.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a bit of an exotic adventure. You know, I think he's the little boy in his palace, and he's like, wow, I want to go to the rugged. Thing. So I'm actually going to show you now the picture, and this
I love a picture.
Sense. So he, in his adventures and getting to know Albania, he liked to cosplay like an Albanian.
Oh my goodness me!
Yep. So that's him in a high mountain Albanian garb.
They're both him.
Yeah, that's both him.
Oh my goodness me!
So he's dressed as like a Albanian warrior on the right there, and
In one, he's like, a clean-shaven twink, if we would like to use that word.
Sure.
And the other one, he's got like a stash, isn't he?
Yes, he does.
There must be a bit of time between those two things.
There is, because he lived in Albania for a couple of years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The one on the right looks quite modern in a weird way.
I printed it in colour, babe. And actually, when he said print in colour, I said yes. And I thought, why the fuck did I? It's sepia.
Yeah, sepia, green sepia on the right. Lovely. And that big old long gun.
He's got that big old long gun. Yeah.
Jesus.
Pretty cool, though.
I've never seen like a barrel to handle bit. Like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like 20 times the length.
That is. And it's the shoes as well, the pointy
They remind me
shoes.
of, like Sammy shoes. You know,
yeah. Well, I don't know. So, So Franz travels there first in 1903, and he's immediately hooked. It's like you with Norway.
Hey, Sammy, are you talking about it? Oh yeah, I love Norway.
She love it. He began returning regularly, eventually living for years in Skodra, which became his base for expeditions into the northern mountains where tribes with complex societies lived. He brought along a rifle, the one that you saw, and a Kodak camera.
Ooh, branded.
With which he took some amazing pictures and began documenting the region and its people, putting together geological surveys, documenting dialects, and even publishing the first geological map of northern Albania. So he was like in there, he was eating the food, learning the language.
Weren't performative, he was fully invested.
He was very invested. And his scholarship was unusually immersive. He lived among Highland families, learned the language, dressed in local clothing, as you saw, and travelled armed, literally. And the pictures he took were some of the earliest visual archives of Albania between 1903 and 1916. So,
really?
Yeah, pretty cool. Like, no one had gone up there, basically. And he went with I'm thinking, a little Kodak camera.
Wind it up, put the film in.
One of those you just buy two, like, at Boots before going on holiday.
Oh, I love
Bring them on. It's like, hey, can you take a picture of me with my...
And it's so quiet. It's like...
I love it. So that was him. And I believe, yes, here's one of the pictures he took of the ruins of Stari Bar village after an earthquake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So again, the sepia Kodak.
Yeah. It looks like a big village.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Have a look.
Apart from obviously the earthquake, unfortunately. Looks really nice.
Well,
rolling hills.
Yes, and you can only imagine with the colour, like it must have been a bit.
Oh yeah,
quite impressive.
Sort of off-green sepia vibe we got.
So, however, obviously, a bit like Humboldt, a dual attitude can be noted through the diaries he wrote whilst there. On the one hand, he was fond and admirable of the Albanian people, but on the other, he had a bit of a dismissive tone, which described, backwards people who were basically primed for colonial reform a little bit.
You were just dressing up as them, like,
I know.
You're obsessed with them.
This is why it's kind of bad.
Yeah, mental. Like, I would get it more if he was like, I want to go see the landscape, the nature. So that's what I really care about. Yeah. And then you wouldn't be quite so hypocritical to then slag off the people. But then to be like staging photo shoots.
Yeah. At one moment he was like, despite many reforms and stuff and all the things we're trying to put in, one man was asked if he would kill someone and he just said, yeah, as long as you give me a gun. And he was like, oh, basically all these people, and it's like, well, don't come in my house and tell me how to cook a lasagna, bitch. Do you know what I mean? That's very personal to me.
Is there something you've got to
Yes. I make amazing lasagnas. And if anyone comes in and wants to take that away from me, I will.
I've never tried one. I'd try one to see.
You've not tried my lasagna yet?
No, when have you not cooked my lasagna, have you? I won't say anything about it because clearly there's something bubbling under us. I wasn't going to say that.
I love you. So, although one anecdote he mentions in his memoirs shows his admiration, seeing a man drink tea with someone who murdered one of his family members, all because they didn't dare disrespect the host that had welcomed them under the same roof as guests.
Wow.
Which is pretty, wow.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's like, oh, who are those two? Oh, that one? He killed what?
Hell.
And it's like, yeah, but tea. You can't spill the tea.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
I learned so much from this podcast.
Thank you. Right?
I know.
It's just educational and funny. So,
I was going to say we should have more Prosecco, but I don't know if we need any.
Bloody hell. I mean, look at you drinking.
I was just thinking that. It's
because I'm talking.
You're telling the story, so I'm just sitting, absorbing it all.
And absorbing all the alcohol.
Aperitif. Is that what you call it?
Aperitif, yeah. That's what you have before dinner, but we did have pizza.
Oh, we had
before.
pizzas, didn't we? We did.
Only the best for the Breaking Bad team.
Yes, team.
People watching this will be like, oh, this must have been like, it's already been an hour, seeing how far they've got through that bottle. But it's only been
yeah, it's ridiculous,
minutes.
Actually. Yeah, I eat fast, I drink fast. And as the audience knows, talk fast.
You do. Anything else you do fast?
No. Pick up. No, that's all I was to say. Learn fast.
Sure. Pick shit up, but fast, yeah, drop it. Anyway, but again, all of this is with the idea that they would be reformed by the Austro-Hungarian Empire, because they wanted to, like, suck them in, I guess. So, boo is what I wrote.
Boo hiss.
Boo hiss, bitch.
Dinosaurs back again.
So back to more history, because I know you love history.
Can't wait. Yeah, I love that.
The book,
of course I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on this podcast.
you wouldn't.
No, but it's good because I don't know too much about history.
No.
So it's important that I learn.
Yeah, and I really didn't, like, I've always said to Maeve, I want to know more about the Austro-Hungarian Empire and also the Ottoman Empire.
Well, you're welcome.
And the Balkans. Yeah. So thank you, Lewis.
You're very welcome that I brought this man into your life.
You really did. So the Balkan states were basically the stage for pre-World War One, which you must know this because you might remember the name Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
I have heard of that.
Right?
Yes.
And now it all makes sense. So when I was doing this research, I was like, because I remember in school they kind of tell you like,
you got shot and then
Franz Ferdinand got shot and then it was World War One and we're like, Franz who? Like, why do we care?
Yeah.
But this is why. So basically, his assassination set the stage for World War One. The region was essentially stuck between two massive dying empires, Austria-Hungary on one side and the Ottoman Empire on the other. So from 1906 to 1914, Franz lived in Albania, and due to his knowledge of the region and geography, he was approached by the Austro-Hungarian Empire to become a spy.
Dun 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 dun.
I'd be a terrible, obviously. I'm killed instantly with my own fucking
You killed
brown
yourself
belt.
immediately.
For the Balkans.
I can't.
So during those years...
I've been compromised.
Yeah. Takes the poison pill instantly. Is this ecstasy? No, Kaine. During those years, he would keep an eye on Balkan nationalist movements and report back to Vienna until...
So just to clarify, so he's spying for Albania or against Albania?
So he is in Albania. Albania is kind of the outreach of the Ottoman Empire, which they hate. And it's not far from Austria-Hungary. And Austria-Hungary is kind of like, ooh, if the Ottoman Empire fails, we can grab Albania and the Balkan states.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the Balkan states both wanted them. They were technically under the Ottoman Empire, but they weren't far from...
So who's he spying for?
Austria-Hungary.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So he's in the Ottoman Empire in the Balkan, in Albania, but he's spying for his homeland.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm with you.
So all of that, so he would dress up as a shepherd. And
He loves a bit of that, doesn't he?
He's
This is an excuse.
He's every gay
with
a dressing up
box.
Why? It's an English.
I used to love dressing up.
Me too.
Any excuse.
Every time.
Robin Hood, when I was at Sherwood Forest, I had to buy all the things. I was running around the woods.
It wasn't dresses for you?
Not always. Sometimes it was, but not always. It's anything I could get my hands on.
See, I was so gay that I didn't even realise, like, you might subconsciously had not, but...
Yeah, I mostly it was men, boys, really. But no, I think... No, please tell me about yours.
So my cousins, Rosie and Megan, hi, on Sheppy had, I love the hi of the, I don't really know them, but a polite hi. Hi. So Rosie and Megan of my auntie Debbie fame, you met Debbie at my...
I did?
Yeah, at my
Shout
thing.
out.
So her two children, she has three, but her two girls had a dressing up box. And whenever I'd come into the house, I would barge up to the dressing up box and I'd be like, right, I'm Snow White, you're na-na-na, and we'd all be dresses and we played princesses.
I
loved
that.
it. And then I went to kindergarten, playschool we called it on Sheppy.
Yeah, we had.
And my nan was actually the person who worked in the play school. So that's quite nice. My mum would drop me off and my nan would be like watching the people. And I would apparently like get in dresses, make everyone, I'd be like, right, we're doing this. And I'd like tell everyone, I'd like tell the stories and stuff like that. And then apparently when I knew that my parents would come, I'd quickly take them all off. And I knew, and I'd pretend to play with a car. And be like, yeah, I love tits and shit. So, yeah.
This is a Ferrari F1.
Homophobia oppressed me.
Oh, bless you.
Internal.
Oh, no. So I was very much... I think part of me I don't wish that I dressed up as like more like stereotypically gay things, but I didn't really. I was very much like, it was like Robin Hood or it was dressing up as animals, but we'll get to the dinosaurs at some point. That was, I think, a big part of why... I didn't have to deal with that, because things that I always loved were things like, it was dinosaurs, it was animals, it was quite like academic things. So I never have to do the manly things.
Like quite gender neutral in a way.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have to do I didn't have to pretend to like football and pretend to like cars.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, it's not. He doesn't like them because he's gay. He doesn't like them because he's like a nerd.
You're a nature fag.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of got away with. I never actually really had to compromise on what I liked.
That's nice.
I was just open with what I liked, but those things were just like really.
That's why you're one of those who's like, Lion King is my favorite Disney.
That is not. I'm not one of those. That's a majority opinion.
It is, but I think because the majority are straight, and so they don't like to say princess. It's my Disney princess theory.
But Beauty and the Beast is my number 2.
Huh?
Beauty and the Beast is my number 2.
Yeah, again, an animal. Oh,
kinda.
Bestiality over here. An exclusive, a podcast exclusive.
But tell me your theory. So, I think
my theory.
Look at that. Tell me your theory, and I immediately decide to talk over you.
No,
tell me
right.
your theory.
That's why I love you, because you're the only other person who can talk over me. No, my theory is that if you ask a lot of straight guys, if they like to Disney or whatever, it's Lion King, because there's no there's no really outward femininity. There's no like stuck princess with long hair that's like, oh, it's like there's Nala and like whatever.
Yeah, that is true.
And
that is that. I see where you're coming from.
Because every other Disney, when you think about it, Snow White, Pocahontas, Little Mermaid, the main character is a woman.
Yeah, that is true.
And actually,
I do stand by the fact that Lion King is exceptionally good.
Oh, me too, and I love it. And honestly, it's great, but I just have that little, like some people. But I know with you, it's because you're, as I said, a nature fag.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of people just can't say, I love a Disney film where a woman is the main protagonist. And that is my Disney princess theory.
No, work. Love it.
Social
I think
clip.
it's,
Yeah.
Take it to the bank.
I will, please. So let's go back to
Where
the
were
Balkan
we?
states.
What are we talking about? There was a moment
back.
when you were talking about you in play school. I was like, what the fuck are we talking
How
about?
did we get here?
I was like,
oh, because he loves to dress
yeah, because he wants to dress up.
Yeah, and he would probably love. What would his? Think about it. Tell me later what his favorite Disney would be.
Dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fucking falling into the prosecco. Brilliant. Yeah. Wait, was Dinosaur Disney?
Yeah, it was one of their weird computer generated. No one remembers it. Yeah. But again, I was so excited to see that. Obsessed with it. But it's not like. But again, like it doesn't stand up. Whereas I think Lion King, I loved it when I was a kid, and as an adult, I can appreciate it as a film. Whereas Dinosaur, I loved as a kid.
You'll watch it
and
now
I'm like,
that's
fine.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Back to the Balkans. BBB. BTB.
BTTB.
Thank you. And actually, we were on an ellipsis. Until one day, what seemed like an ordinary meeting would change everything. Getting gay.
Oh, are we?
So, on
favorite.
November the 20th, just one day from Sagittarius season, sadly, 1906, Franz met 18-year-old Bayezid Elmaz Doda.
Ooh.
So I'll be calling him Doda from now on.
Oh, lovely.
Or maybe Bayezid, it depends. You'll just have to keep up.
Just keep up.
Yeah. So a tall, dark, handsome guy with a gorgeous moustache.
Not
like
yeah, but I do. Mine's not defined.
Oh, it's lovely. Don't put yourself down. So he was from an isolated region, but had moved to Bucharest to find worse.
To find worse.
To find worse life. To find a better life by finding work. And after meeting and instantly hitting it off, Franz decided to employ him as his secretary.
Hey, bump on again.
Yeah, the old. He's working for me. He is working for me.
Yes.
WERK. So I have a picture of them.
Oh, always, of course.
In their slightly later age.
What they're wearing, what they're dressed up as.
Oh, the one on the left.
Oh, yes. Oh, they're quite advanced in age there, aren't they?
I think they're in their, sadly, only like in their 40s, to be honest.
Oh, and they met when they were 18.
Yeah, 18, and the other one would have been like 22 or something, like early 20s.
Because these two could have an 18-year-old son, so they've been together for a long time.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Not to spoil for the
for the whole story,
the audience. Yeah, they're giving.
He's hot, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. To be honest, yeah. The other one reminds me of someone, but I can't think who.
The guy you just saw in the cosplay, a bit older.
No, I'm not.
I know what you mean, though.
He does remind me of someone.
He's got like that pointy. He's got that lizard face. No.
Yeah,
I saw a TikTok the other day where it was like there are people with rat faces, lizard faces, like ox faces, like like basically
zodiac faces.
Four different animals of
what
men.
have I got?
And then she's like, and some are like between a rat and a ox, and some are between. I think you are between. You've got the little rattiness, but also you're a taureau. Sorry, a bit wider.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out.
And
I don't look at you enough.
yeah, but there is like the whole like Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, yeah. No, I'll send you the video on TikTok. It's actually hilarious. She like makes a whole. She makes a whole fucking. Yeah, we'll send it to you all. She makes the whole thing. It's like, and then you've got the rat, nat, and it's like all. You'll love it as a scientist. So, sorry, why did I say that in quotes?
You look with the roll of your eyes.
Literally. After meeting in 1906, Nopcsa and Bayezid spent the next year travelling through northern Albania and the wider Nopcsa. Sorry, that's Franz.
Franz, I thought that was. Just to clarify for everyone.
Yeah, no, thank you. Very good.
My mum's one critique, well, wasn't critique, but she said she found it hard.
She hated it.
She actually hated it. She said that Kaine is a terrible influence. Don't talk to him. Don't hang out with him. I think he's a cunt. No, she
don't say that word in front of your mum. Shit, your mum. My mum doesn't listen.
She did listen. No, she really liked it. You know, I think it was Carlos and Caldas that she struggled with.
Oh, well, get over it. No,
that wasn't a critique. It was a
point.
She was just saying, like, one thing I found, couldn't keep the names track, so we need to make
Bless
sure it was
her.
Franz.
It's Franz all the way. Sorry, that was just me and my silly little writing. But thank you, Mrs. What's her name again? Your mum?
Hayley Wellstead is her name.
Hayley Wellstead. Yeah. Okay, dropping her drop her address as well.
Address is
Hayley, love ya. So they started traveling around Albania because he's Albanian. So suddenly
he's all over him.
Yep, because obsessed again.
Completely obsessed.
A bit like fetishy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking in terms of. That's why I was like, well, when he's actually getting in it, like he's going to the really like remote places. I was like, it's not too performative, but it does have that whiff of kind of.
It's got a whiff of performance.
But where did it? I don't quite understand where it came from. What did he say to him in the first place to make him be like
that man?
I must go. It's what I mean.
That
Thomas
man
Cook
must have been a fucking storyteller.
Yeah.
He should have his own podcast.
Yeah, he should be like fucking.
Like, have you ever been to the Isle of Sheppey in Kent? Wow, I must go. You with Norfolk. You've never made me want to go yet.
Well, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's awful.
Mum, Hayley,
invite me over. I want to play in the dressing up box.
I haven't got one.
We need to fix
We'll
that.
make one. We'll bring one
instantly. So they were, So Doda again. I called him Bayezid right before. So Doda and Franz. Doda acted as companion and cultural guide, while Franz threw himself into documenting the Highland life. They were deeply in love. Franz wrote in his memoir, "He has been the only person who has truly loved me and in whom I had full confidence, never doubting for a moment that he would misuse my trust." Which is
excellent. So there's no historians throwing doubt.
No, this is completely his boyfriend.
Excellent.
Absolute.
Thank God for that.
No, 18 years later, and finally, he was completely gay, very much.
Excellent.
Yeah. So this was also the period when when Franz's fascination with Albanian culture tipped into something more performative. Look at you.
Oh,
As I showed earlier, he'd dress in tribal costume, adopted local customs, and photographed himself as an Albanian warrior. It was part admiration and part colonial fantasy, an Austro-Hungarian aristocrat projecting himself into a culture he romanticized as untouched and primitive. Except in 1907, that fantasy collided with reality. So, while travelling toward Doda's home region near Mount Korab, they sought help from a man named Mustafa Lita. He was introduced to them as a friendly guide, but instead he kidnapped them. They were kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
So he's like, that garb is not going to save you anymore, Snow White.
What did you say?
The garb is not going to...
Oh, the garb.
The garb,
honey.
honey. What did you think? I'm
The
just
garb.
pulling out words now. I don't know
love
where
it.
that's coming from.
But that's true. No. Yeah, you're not one of us.
No. But so actually, he was basically dressing in... he was wearing Highland dress, speaking the language, but it didn't protect him. So eventually, he was held as ransom because they knew that, Austrian and all that. And eventually he talked his way out, but he needed his boyfriend's father showing up with 10 armed men to help get them out and rescue them.
He didn't really talk his way out then, did he?
No. That's what his memoirs say.
I
but
talked
actually,
my way out, and then these men show up. And
it's like I basically had it, guys. I had it. And it's like, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Come on, then. Thank God you're here. I bet he was like. So I forgot to show you another picture. So Doda actually took pictures as well. And this is a really nice picture of like Albanian people in the mountains that you can see.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool, though, the little hats.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes. And there's loads on his Wikipedia page. A crook.
You know, the shepherds
Mary
have.
had a little lamb.
Yeah, exactly. There's very that. They look very warm.
They do.
As
Well, you need to be up in those mountains, baby.
Yes. I can see this very much resembles what he was wearing.
Yeah. See? And he's like,
It's
Salam alaikum, hello.
It's interesting he's not like, he didn't choose like royalty or any kind of really, he chose like shepherds and warriors and things.
Yeah. Well, that was mainly, yeah. I mean, I think when he was dressing as a shepherd, that was mostly for his spy activity.
But in the picture though, the picture at the beginning, what was he?
That was like a warrior.
They're both warriors.
Oh, yeah.
They had the guns.
Both, the guns and stuff, and he had the boots and all that.
Oh, yeah.
No, when he was dressing probably more like that, it would be to be like, so you guys trying to like do a revolution against the Ottoman Empire? Yeah, the guys suck. Have you heard of the Austrian, Hungarian? So good, it's two. Like, Austria. Also, as I was writing this, I was fucking like, I'm going to have to say Austro-Hungarian Empire so many times.
Yeah, OH Empire.
It's AH.
Oh shit! Of course, it's Ottoman. What's it OH for?
Austria.
Yeah, Austria. I don't know where O came from.
But in Austrian, in German,
Österreich
is Österreich.
Oh,
look at that! Lovely little accent. Woher kommt das? Where does that come from? It's because von Humboldt.
Yeah, he seeped into my brain.
You're turning more German as it goes. Österreich. That made you go red, didn't it?
You know.
Cutie. So after the old cheeky kidnapping, which, must have made him feel like a right little main character syndrome.
Yeah. Oh, me, no.
Me? I think he was probably... he found all the kind of rugged mountain men fit too.
Please.
Because in the Bad Gay podcast, they were mentioning that basically at the time in these areas, culturally, they had the culture of pederasty, a bit like Greece, where it was known that like 15-year-olds would go with like 30-year-old men. Yeah. So it was like gay wasn't existing, but and it was also, if you're going to go shepherd a la Brokeback Mountain again, then you would like just shag. So I think he kind of, because again, he went with an Albanian man from that region. He was living in Bucharest, but he was originally from that way. So homosexuals existed. And yeah, I'd like to know if like, they're coming out, like they probably didn't come out, but I guess, what's his name? Doda, he's meeting this Baron, but was he out to anyone before? Did he meet this flamboyant gay and was like, I'll stick with you because I can live my...
Yeah, because I think the fact that, I don't really know, but from like ancient Greece, I think pederasty, there is like a distinction between being gay and like as a person who lives their life that way, but people who just had sex with younger men and then they had a wife and moved on. Yeah. But the fact that he had that photo with him as an older person kind of implies that they were
definitely
lifelong.
No, they were very lifelong. But yeah, I wondered what it was like, because he met at 18, the other one. I wonder, that's 18 years of being gay, I guess, without, in a very rural, mountainous. So yeah, I think that kind of drew Franz as well, the whole kind of rugged Muslim mountain men.
Maybe that's what he said to him. Maybe that's how he sold it.
Oh, maybe.
To get him to go there in the first fucking place.
The first Albanian student. Maybe he shagged the first Albanian student who was visiting his home and was like, wait, where are you from? Girl.
I need more of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Or he just told him
we're making history now. We are making history. So, in 1912, after the First Balkan Wars, Albania gains independence from the Ottomans. It happens. They're like, bye, Istanbul. But straight away, your girl Austria sees an opportunity to steal some territory from their rivals. So they're like, no, like you've left one empire. Ours is so much better. Come to us. It's like leaving one fucking electricity supplier and they're like, hi, get your discount. They do this by sponsoring a meeting where they discuss which Central European monarchy is going to occupy the throne of a newly independent Albania. So it's not even a question. It's like, you're a new country, you need a king. Why don't you have one of our... Like you said at the start, all these empresses... Literally, it's like, and your new king will be... So any guesses at who thought they would be the best man for the job?
No. Oh, Franz.
Franz, literally.
I think in country, I was like, no, I don't know.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, Franz.
He was like, so here's a quote from one of his memoirs. It's quite long.
One of his memoirs.
Well, sorry.
It sounds like he's the person who would have
memories. It's plural. So the quote is quite long, so stick with me. But you can laugh because it's funny. At this moment, I resolved to take a step that could easily have made me a laughing stock and put all of my activities on behalf of Albania in a bad light. Nonetheless, I decided to go through with it. I informed Excellency Conrad verbally that I would be willing to join the list of candidates for the throne if the foreign ministry would support me, and told him that to have myself proclaimed King of Albania, I would simply need the one-time payment of a large sum of money in order to buy the support of the so-called Albanian patriots. Once the reigning European monarch, I would have no difficulty coming up with the further funds needed by marrying a wealthy American heiress aspiring to royalty, a step which, under other circumstances, I would have been loath to take. I love it. So he'd had it all figured out. He was like, right, Austria, give me enough money to pay off the northern Albanian territory people. And then once I am their king, I will marry an American heiress who'll give me all of her money because all Americans just want to be a royal fucking princess.
Crazy. And do you like the royal people need... Surely the throne has money? I don't understand. Well, maybe not. If you're like a new king. Yeah.
No, so that's the thing. He's like, right, Austria, make me a king, and then, money makes money.
There's a lot of stipulations there. If I was there, people, I'd be like, just hire a rich person.
Yeah, literally. No, it's so funny. So he like had his American beard at the ready.
I'll dress up as I have to dress up as the American heiress to get into the society, and then I'll find one and I'll pretend that I'm actually the king. Oh! Sorry, too aggressive, everyone. Sorry. Technical difficulties.
We've got it. Is she stable? Is she as stable as we are right now?
I don't
think so.
More so, I think.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, no.
Calm down a bit. I know what's wrong with me.
No, you were on a roll. What were you saying?
I was just making a joke about him having inserting really elaborate situations where he had to dress up. He had to dress up.
I just need that crown. Like literally, he's just like, I just need all the petticoats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, he thought he had it all figured out, but his audition, can you guess, failed.
Oh, his audition, bless him.
And he was goddamn bitter about it too.
Well, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
So he kind of threw his toys out of the pram and kind of was like, well, I'm stopping everything that I'm doing, like all the documentation of Albania. And he was like, well, fuck this. And then when the Albanian state collapsed in 1914, so it was quite small, it was like, independent and blah. He started trying to be all like, well, I was so right to get off this sinking ship. No, these are actually his actual words.
Really?
I was right to get off this sinking ship in 1913. My only, quote, mistake was to recognize that it was going to happen. And even in another letter, he said, my Albania is dead.
Salty bitch.
He's such a salty bitch. Which is kind of epic. But he's just like, I have been living on these mountains with these goats and these people.
And do we have a sense of how useful or important what he was doing actually was?
So actually, yes, very important.
Okay, was it?
Yeah, the geology, the aspect.
No, but I meant more the spying.
Yeah, so as a spy, the geological knowledge was really good. Not only chatting to people and kind of seeing where the nationalist revolts were coming up, but also like mapping out geologically what the highlands were like, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
So it was.
So
actually,
he was a good.
He was a good spy.
He kind of massively overinflated what he was doing, but it sounds like it was actually.
No, he was an all right spy under all
things considered.
Exactly. During the First World War, he continued his spying, even going undercover again as a shepherd in his native Transylvania.
He loves a bit.
He
shepherds,
loves,
isn't he?
that crook.
Yeah.
Little Bill Peep.
What's his name?
Little Bo Peep.
I had Bill Peep.
Oh, Bill Peep. Great
Bill
drag
Peep.
name.
Yeah, he's still a great one.
Lil Bill Peep.
I just can't. When you think spy, I just don't think Albanian Highlands.
Well, no.
I think like fucking middle of Budapest or middle of New York, like not on a hill somewhere with some sheep.
Yeah.
What's he spying on?
Well, yeah, sheep. Well, I guess no. It is the whole like
he's like surveying.
So he knew that the people in the city they're like the city people.
The uprisings.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm with you again. Yeah.
Also, it's pronounced Budapest.
Oh, sorry.
Not to be that bitch, but
I got. Carry on.
So he's, undercover as a shepherd, this time in his native Transylvania, which is now Romania. So it's basically between... Forget it. Forget it.
I think it's all right. Dracula lives there, it's fine.
Exactly. Bloodsuck and all that. But after the First World War, the huge Austria-Hungary Empire collapsed and Central Europe became politically unstable. I mean, more unstable than it fucking was. In Budapest... a communist government called the Hungarian Soviet Republic took power in 1919 and began targeting aristocrats, former imperial officials, and suspected enemies of the revolution. So basically, he's gone from being a spy for the old empire to a traitor to the new one. So he's suddenly still in the same area, but overnight, when his beloved Austria-Hungary empire collapsed, he's like, oh, fuck. So he's in this communist state, him and Duda, and he's pretty at risk because out of that list, he was all of them. Aristocrats.
Oh, yes,
former imperial officials, he was a spy, and he was an enemy of the revolution.
Pageant queen.
Yeah, literally. So, fearing for his and Doda's life, Franz knew they had to get to Vienna. And so this is where we catch up with our intro. It all makes sense now.
It's all come full circle.
The two fake papers saying they're headed just on a cheeky hollybob to another Hungarian city called Sopron, Thomas Cook, or TUI Airlines. Again, both, if they sponsor us.
Both very yeah. Oh,
when we get an ad, it would be brilliant if then it just goes, TUI Airlines. No, that's not even it.
Jet 2.
Where are you too? You can come too. Even Ryanair at this fucking point.
Exactly. Anyone.
EasyJet.
Easy.
We are EasyJet. As jets go, we're easy fucking.
What's in this?
Jesus, I don't know. Cheers, Angel.
I don't think I feel drunk. I feel hysterical. I don't know what's happened to me.
It's being around me, Angel. So the two fake papers saying they're heading to another Hungarian city for a holiday, as I said, and taking only their valuables, they hijacked the plane and forced the pilot to fly them to Vienna. This is the first ever recorded plane hijacking in history. How cool is that?
That is very cool. To think of it in the first place, that it would be a possible thing to do.
How do you come up with that? I mean, obviously, this is how you do. But they didn't know, these two little gays, that they would be two gay men. We did it all.
We did, well, we bloody well did, I tell you.
Fucking hell. The first ever recorded plane hijacking in history. That fucking say that a few times fast. But that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. What is like the...
We're going to Vienna. Fest.
Again, geographically, what is the difference between the Hungarian city and Vienna?
So basically, I think they were going from Budapest here and they were going up to Sopron here. And then Vienna was like basically, like Sopron was on the Austria border. So they chose a plane.
There wasn't much difference in...
It was kind of like a couple, still, it was like, we're going on to the... So he was going to a city that was on the border, but it was go further into Vienna. And Vienna isn't right on the border. It's like, I'm
thinking from like a fuel perspective. The little plane would have been like...
There would have been enough, I'm sure.
But I might have been like, if I was the pilot, we wouldn't have the fuel to get there.
Well, that's great, but he probably was like, do you know what, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't care.
And if you're wondering like did he not get arrested or anything... It was that thing of like, well, the empire's just collapsed.
Yeah.
People were just like, fuck it. It was like looting times, He's arrived on the thing. Dude, you can fly back if you want. We're in Austria now. We're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like pressing charges, he's lost in the middle of Vienna. Like, what's he
going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you. So with the defeat of Austria-Hungary at the end of the war, Franz's native Transylvania was ceded to Romania, which was a new country. Like, they're fucking popping up all over the place. So, as a consequence, the Baron of Franz, Franz for your mum, lost his estates and other possessions in 1920. So he lost all of it.
Lost everything.
Because he was Baron of a country that didn't exist. Well, a kingdom.
His skull.
His skull?
Yeah, no, not his one in his own head. When he discovered.
Oh, his skull. I'm sure that was somewhere. I'm sure that was in a collection.
Was it safe? Is it in a museum?
Yeah, well, I hope so. For you. So you're not too sad we haven't got to the dinosaurs. Ooh, it's still got that
I can't be complaining, but I thought it'd be more dinosaur fucking heavy than this.
Oh, all right. We're going to get there.
Fine.
I'm joking. Well, no, I'm not joking. You're joking. Jesus. So for the first time in his life, he needed to find a way to make money. And I guess for all you can say of the guy, he had his pick of what fucking careers he could go down. Geologist, paleontologist, spy, plane hijacker.
Shepherd. Fancy dress, pageant queen, cabaret queen, look queen.
What do you think he did?
I think cabaret.
You are wrong. No, in the end, though, he landed a job as the head of the Hungarian Geological Institute in 1925.
What do you mean he landed the job as the head of the institute? What? Oh, people can have it so easy back then.
So easy, honestly. If you've got Baron Fon in it.
I found a skull once.
Oh, hi.
I mapped my family estate.
No, he did do some cool things.
I'm sure he did. No, I remember we were telling me about the dinosaur stuff. I was already
on
sold.
the edge of your. I just didn't want you to come too quick, if you will.
If you will. That's not even like. That's not even like a. Do you know what I mean? People do like a. What's the word? Euphemism. It was just fully.
No. Sorry, Hayley. But also ensured, of course, that Doda, his boyfriend, got a job as his secretary.
He's a secretary again.
Yeah, he was his secretary his whole life.
Yeah.
So, however, after a period of time, as anyone who's had such an exciting life, he became bored and said to Doda, "Baby, dust off that motorcycle. We're going hunting for dinosaurs."
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers, my man.
Did you say my man?
Yeah.
Oh.
They say that in Kent. Really, it's a very Norfolk thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Norfolk.
So you say it to like, my granddad would say it to me all the time.
Oh, my man.
I say it to Renato all the time.
That's nice. My man.
My man.
Oh, my man. I love him so.
You'll never know.
Oh, you know it.
Yes, I do.
I love that film.
I don't know the film, but I know the song.
Well, we need to watch Funny Girl together. It's so good. Omar Sharif is so hot in it. You are woman, I am man. No?
No.
Well, let's get back to our men.
Let's get back to our...
Dinosaurs!
Back for that!
Okay, let's go into
catfished.
dinosaur land. So, for 3 years, they travelled around Europe studying fossils. Did you say got catfished?
Yeah, I did.
It's about dinosaurs. Learn about the Albanian...
Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Yes, the Balkans. Well, so they travelled around Europe on their little motorcycle, studying fossils and further cementing his reputation in the field. As I mentioned a bit earlier... Yeah. Rubbed you up just to get you ready, but...
Christ.
Sorry. He was a pioneering paleontologist who tried to put, quote, flesh onto bones.
Love.
And helped shift the study of dinosaurs from simply assembling bones to understanding how they lived and functioned biologically.
Paleobiology.
Yes. So,
I'm a huge fan.
He would be known as the father of paleobiology.
This is why I wanted to learn about him, you see.
Yes. So I'll tell you a few things and then you can just jump in.
Yeah, I will.
I know you will. So he tried to reconstruct dinosaur behaviour and physiology, suggesting early on that some dinosaurs cared for their young, had complex social behaviour, and may have been warm-blooded.
Oh, man, after my own.
He also proposed that birds evolved from ground-dwelling dinosaurs, an idea that later became widely accepted in the 60s.
So he was one that suggested that in the first place. And, as we know, before even this period of his life, he was talking about avian behaviour at the beginning.
So he loved that. Studying fossils from Hateg Basin in modern Romania, so where he was from, he discovered unusually small dinosaurs such as Maggiorosaurus and explain their size using the concept of island dwarfism. That animals on islands evolved to be smaller because of limited resources. Franz also discovered and named several species in his lifetime. I'll name a few now.
I'll tell you which ones I know. Go
Okay.
on.
So we have Moclodon robustus, which he later renamed to Rhabdodon robustum.
No, I don't know that one.
Struthiosaurus transylvanicus.
Struthiomimus. Struthosaurus.
Struth. It should be an Australian one. Tainurosaurus.
Maybe. No, not really.
And my favorite anecdote is a prehistoric turtle called Calochibotion bayazidi. You might recognize the name because it literally means the beautiful box of Bayazid. He named it after this because the shape of the shell reminded him of his lover's arse.
Hey, really?
Yeah.
Love
so
that.
Bayazid, he called it, and it still exists, Calochibotion bayazidi.
That's really good.
That is like, you
Love
would be
that.
like,
yeah.
that's like your wow.
They're a big fan of that. How many dinosaurs do you think you could name?
Let's start with the sauropods, shall we?
Oh, all right. We're getting in. Yes.
No, I don't think. T-Rex.
Yep. Excellent.
You put me on the spot now. No, I don't.
Just roughly, just you know.
I don't. I think it's kind of like naming actors. I'm like, I know that one. I know that one. I mean, you've got all the herbivores. You've got no, I can't. This is not.
I think I could do 100.
Really?
Yeah, I think I could.
Name like 10.
I'll start. So 10.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Just for the people's. All right, fine. 15.
We could do. Right, let's do. I'll start with A's. Go through A's.
Oh, okay.
So Allosaurus, Albertosaurus, Amargasaurus, Argentinosaurus, Archaeornithomimus, Archaeornis, Australovenator. Did I say Allosaurus? Right with them?
You did.
Apatosaurus. We're going for B's. Baryonyx.
Apatosaurus.
Oh, yes. I don't want to stop now because I'll just go.
No,
crazy.
I love
But
that. Have you got any with K for Caine?
Kentrosaurus is K.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only K that I really know.
Cainosaurus.
Cainosaurus. And those ones that he said.
Yeah. Chalcodontion bayazidi.
But yeah, no, I didn't never grew out of the dinosaur phase.
I love
I've
it.
been obsessed since I was about 3, probably more than that, earlier than that, 2.
Yeah.
Did you ever have dinosaur phase?
So I used to, I did have some little plastic dinosaurs that I kept in a shoebox.
Oh.
And I used to pretend that they'd come alive in the night.
What do they do in the night?
So I had the Stegosaurus.
They are? You didn't say that one? You
See,
did that
it's
one?
'cause I went on the
come back.
pressure.
Yeah, sorry, apologise.
No, of course. Stegosaurus. I had a little T-Rex. But I never really liked T-Rex. I always thought she was like overhyped. As I love just the big long sauropods. I'm a sauropod angel herbivore.
If I had to see...
What's the one with the longest neck?
The longest neck...
Or like...
Mamenchisaurus is the longest neck, I think, probably. But you're thinking Brachiosaurus, maybe?
Yeah, Brachiosaurus.
The tallest ones. They're the ones that kind of really...
Yeah, lovely. Like Loch Ness.
Yeah. They're kind of very vertical.
Lovely.
You kind of got like vertical sauropods and you got horizontal sauropods, basically. But yeah, if I had to see, like, I always think to myself, again, this tells you how deeply embedded it is in my mind. Yeah. I often think if I had to see like one species back to life, which I would choose, and it would always be a sauropod. I think like, Brachiosaurus would probably be the one.
Brachiosaurus, you could like, slide down on its neck, like hang on it. And they're so lovely. They just eat, they'd just be there.
Yeah. Also, my favorite film of all time, Jurassic Park.
Yes, I need to rewatch it. Actually,
should we do that today?
Oh, we could rewatch.
I would 100% do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
I love it so much.
Number one.
Oh, yeah, the one,
the best.
When was the last time you watched it?
Probably like 20 years ago.
Perfect. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh my god, you're excited.
I'm excited. I showed Renato it for the first time, and he did. To this day, he really liked it. Every time now, he's like, I didn't really like it. I was like, yes, you did. You loved it. You're obsessed with it. It's your favorite film, and we experienced that together. Because I just love it.
You need it. Well, that's your Kate Bush.
Yeah, it is my Kate Bush.
Oh, I love
to be honest,
that.
yeah, it really is.
Kate Bushosaurus.
Bushosaurus.
Björkosaurus. That definitely could be a dinosaur.
It could be. Yeah, you could if you find one, you can name it whatever you want.
Caneosaurus.
You can't name it after yourself.
Okay.
Björkosaurus, I thought was one you were going to go for.
Bardosaurus. Breaking Bardosaurus.
Barosaurus, which is close.
Okay.
Bardosaurus.
And it would have like the ruffles.
You can't choose what you have to.
Yeah, I can. This is what we're doing. Is it
I
not?
used to make one up. We're designing a dinosaur. I see.
We're designing. What do you think? If I was a dinosaur, what kind would I be?
Oh, you would be a hadrosaur. So they're the ones that like what he found at the beginning, duck-billed,
Oh yeah.
because they sing.
Do
And the way people think they sing. So like Parasaurolophus, the voice that you heard probably was from a hadrosaur. So they're the ones like, the Parasaur, it's the one with the kind of like big crest. Like
Yes.
that. Yeah, I think you'd be that.
Lovely.
Singing.
How tall am I?
Big. Parasaurolophus is probably about 3 meters tall.
She's
probably.
chunky. Really?
She's chunky. And
Nice.
lengthwise, probably like, I don't really know, 7 meters.
I
8
love
meters.
it. Yeah.
Big.
They're so good, aren't they?
But the size of it is crazy. How can you not be interested?
I know, it's massive. That's why I love dinosaurs
Yeah.
for the fact of like, huh?
But like, because like for me, it was because, as you know from the Humboldt episode, animals were like my thing. I was completely obsessed with animals, and dinosaurs are just another branch of animals that I couldn't see. I had to just learn about, and they were like a mystery, and they were massive, and like unlike anything else. And it was just really interesting.
A bit like the Titanic. Big things.
Yeah, big things.
It's like, that's what, like, wow. Also, like the time. Like they
time
lived
is
for
crazy.
230 million years, like
Yeah,
millions
long.
of years.
Yeah, long time.
Like I watched, so actually last week, ironically, I watched the new Netflix Dinosaur
Oh, interesting. What did you think?
with narrated by Morgan Freeman.
So I didn't love it. You
Fair.
should, I think if you are interested in getting involved, Prehistoric Planet is in the cult.
Become a dinosaur member of the dinosaur party.
Prehistoric Planet is much better.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
It's really good.
That's
And
cool.
that's narrated by Attenborough as well. So
Oh, brilliant.
please.
I might have even seen that. But what I loved about this one was that it started off as, the first dinosaur, which is a tiny little baby. Can
Yeah.
you remember the name of that one?
Oh, I don't know. This is not a great description.
Sorry. It looked like a little chicken thing, and it was...
Coelophysis?
I don't know. But it was like it was like the ancestor of the dinosaur, and it was small, and it was running about, and at the time there was reptiles killing it, and it was at the time we're talking like 230 million years ago.
Was Triassic, was it? Probably?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what it...
It's just crazy, like when he goes like, oh, from 230 million we had that, and then 12 million years ago later, and you're like 12 million
That's like the fact
years later, and then they're like, "Ooh," and they're massive, and you're like, the fuck.
The fact that my favorite fact about it is the time between Stegosaurus and T-Rex is longer than the time between T-Rex and us. So the separation in that period isn't that crazy?
That's mad.
Isn't that mental? Like how long ago? That's how long they were around for.
That's taking the time between Cleopatra and when the ancient pyramids were built, and now
that's that whole thing, but
it's
to an extreme.
To an extreme.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. I'm like, we think as humans that we're the shit.
Blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye.
300,000 years.
The dinosaurs ruled. they ruled.
They
this
did. See that?
earth.
I've got you. I got
You have. No, I love it. You always had me, babe. I love a big beast. So after his trip, though, he returned to Vienna in deep debt and sold his entire fossil collection to the British Museum of London,
Okay, fine,
which you can still see today,
Natural history was it again? Eventually, yeah.
in order to help pay off his mounting debt. And
Dinosaurs shouldn't be in private collections anyway. So
thank you.
I feel
Are there any
strongly about
other dinosaur facts you want to get out of your system?
Oh, that's a great question.
We're going to go off into more story time.
No, I'm not sure that there is. The dinosaurs to birds is just I find fascinating.
I love, and the fact that it's so sad. Like the one thing about the Morgan Freeman one is that they did the they did the time when they died, like when the asteroid hit, and they showed like the days and all that after, and it's just so sad because you like see him being like, oh, and then the ones that survived day one were just like, and there was this one scene.
You've done that impression like 5 times.
And then, but you see this like little baby thing. It's probably like 2 meters tall, but And then a T-Rex come in, and and there's burning, everything's on fire, and then the T-Rex like sees it, and normally it would be its prey, but it's just like girl, and it moves away, and it kind of walks past it, and I'm like,
no.
yeah, like it really made me sad because I was like, yeah, they were people too. They lived and they died, and they were like living their best life, and then that thing happened, and it actually made me. So when I was little, I used to like I watched Armageddon, and then I used to be in the car, and every time I'd see a plane, a satellite, something, I'd be like, Mum, is that an asteroid?
I had that, but with tsunamis. I was terrified of
but the
tsunamis.
same thing. Me too, because I would be like, it's going to hit, and then the tsunami's going to come.
Yeah, I was being by a beach.
It's because of Armageddon, isn't it? You watched it too, right? And it's like, at the end, it's the tsunami that gets them.
But that wasn't where my tsunami fear came from. I used to have recurring dreams about tsunamis. And like being on a
Me
beach.
too. I still do sometimes.
I haven't, do you know, interestingly, not to bring it back to being gay, but they stopped when I came out. I had recurring dreams being on a beach and being like this huge wave coming over me, and then I would wake up, and I haven't had them since I came out.
Since you had huge waves coming over you. Angel!
Yeah, exactly. That is what
yourself
cured
through
me.
the trauma.
No, but is there any other dinosaur facts I want to give? I haven't really given very many. But he already said the most exciting things, like warm-blooded, evolved into birds.
Isn't it crazy that you found out all of this?
Yeah, like the bird thing is
Pretty
really early and also really interesting.
Because how did they realize that birds and dinosaurs were the
Feathers.
same?
So Archaeopteryx was found, which was one of the most famous fossils probably ever. The one that's like the bird that's like, and you've seen the feathers probably.
I see
Yeah. But it's like it's like a dinosaur, but it is also has feathers. So that was one of the times when they were like, and so many of the. See, now we're going to get into it. You see, so many of the. So much the morphology and the anatomy of dinosaurs really resembles birds in loads of ways. So raptor, like the Jurassic Park thing, but means bird of prey. But what is interesting is an evolution that can happen often where it's just a coincidence. So this actually happens in dinosaurs. So the two massive like clades of dinosaurs, they're called Ornithischian and Saurischian.
Okay.
So Ornithischians are dinosaurs that their hips resemble birds, and Saurischians are dinosaurs where their hips resemble lizards. But frustratingly, the dinosaurs that evolved into birds are the Saurischians, the ones that have the lizard hips. So because it's called convergent evolution, where two completely sort of ancestrally distant animals like bird wings and bat wings, they evolved the same purpose but not from the same root.
Wow.
So it's just like a coincidence.
Wow.
But there are many things that in dinosaurs that are really clearly very bird-like. So like loads of the birds' names. So like Ornithomimus is bird mimic, Gallimimus is chicken mimic. So like already they could see that they were really similar to birds.
That's amazing.
And the feathers and things was a really big. And then they found that like, see, Archaeopteryx was very, very small and that had feathers, and they were like, oh yeah, there's clearly some kind of connection. But like then they realized that so many dinosaurs did have feathers, like nearly all raptors, which are dromaeosaurs, they all had feathers, and even some like big theropods, like they're not sure about T-Rex, but like Nanucosaurus had one that had like fully covered in feathers. So yeah, and technically now, so it's so in the science, it's so what's the word, agreed upon that you have to say non-avian dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs we're talking about now are non-avian dinosaurs, and all birds are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So like they're avian dinosaurs. So they came from that root. So when people say dinosaurs are extinct, in a real scientific sense, they're not extinct, because all birds you see today are dinosaurs.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
It's great. And also, like, how did they survive, the birds? Because, like, obviously the winter, you know, like the apocalyptic winter, and all that, it was pretty high in the sky. Like,
it's not a case of flight. I don't think it's about size. I think like so. Probably the ones that survived were a very specific lineage and probably very small. I don't think we really know for sure, but like a lot of crocodiles survived.
Yeah, they did.
So a lot of some species did survive, but I think it was being small, being able to like subsist on tiny amounts of resources.
Gotcha.
All the really big things that need loads of food to survive.
So stuff that had were far enough away from the impact zone that they managed to kind of still stay alive.
Yeah.
The cold, the temperature drop.
Yeah, because so a lot would have died from the actual direct
100 kilometers region, everything
Yeah,
completely wiped out.
Yeah, from the actual impact, but it would have been more like the atmospheric effects that killed the
25 degrees instantly colder.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows all the numbers.
Last week, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah. It's really cool, isn't it? But,
and I have a question for you. Do you think there's any marine dinosaurs or creatures that survived and then came back out and then became birds?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. I'll break it down. So this is also interesting for people listening. So any marine reptile and any pterosaur, pterodactyl, none of them are dinosaurs. So dinosaurs existed more or less solely on land. Pterosaurs are flying reptiles like pterodactyl and all them ones. All the ones in the sea, they're also marine reptiles, but they're not dinosaurs. So birds were never derivative from them. And it would only be one specific lineage of dinosaurs really that evolved into birds. That's just how evolution works. It very rarely happens where you'll have two branches that evolve into the same thing. It's always one kind of channel.
Evolution's crazy.
It is crazy, but it's
really
also
mad.
Amazing.
No, it's amazing, but I'm like, how do people get their heads wrapped around it? How do you find out?
Well, so it is we don't have to include all this, but it's such a simple idea though. So what do you know about natural selection and stuff?
I think it's slightly more than the layman.
But we were talking about me doing an episode on Darwin for you. But we could talk about it now, but we can save it. But it is. I think what we were talking about in terms of the time period, I think that is the missing piece that a lot of people don't factor in, because it's such a difficult thing to really wrap your head around how long that is. So when people talk about species changing and variation happening over time, they're thinking a couple of thousand years, but millions of years. So it's so slow. And it all comes from this one, well, not one, but mainly from natural selection. So, we'd have to talk about it now.
We could talk about it in the mini bud.
Yeah, we could. Natural selection lesson.
We can.
But it is really interesting. It's fascinating. I've actually, surprisingly, never actually read Origin of Species.
Wow.
And I'm in the process of reading it now.
Are you?
Yeah, well, I'm listening to it because I think I should. But it's one of those things that, doing zoology at uni, evolution is a thing that's 101. You know everything that he's going to be saying about. So I know it all, but just hearing him say it is amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's so interesting how because he was doing it so tactfully. So he starts off with this is how it happens in domestic animals when people selectively breed animals. And he gradually moves and it's this is how it happens in nature. This is how species could occur from this separate species. And then his overall thesis is every species on Earth comes from one common ancestor, and everyone, even humans, comes from the same place, which is at the time an incredibly groundbreaking,
of course,
blasphemous thing to.
Very blasphemous.
So the whole book is that's what I really appreciate about reading it or listening to it, is seeing how he was
edging them to
bringing them with him to kind of get to the conclusion, which is
that's really interesting,
earth-shaking level of
so that even the biggest doubters could be oh, but it makes sense because of X, Y, and Z that he's just told us.
Exactly. But it's all my bags. This is what I was waiting for.
I love it. Do you feel like you've...
I'm getting there. I want to tell you all my 100 dinosaurs.
I love that you got to 15. Well, should we go back to Franz? Bless him.
Who?
So as I said, he went around, found loads of fossils, did more, really groundbreaking stuff. But then he kind of mounted himself into kind of awful debt. So he had to, he sold his entire fossil collection. But as you said, they shouldn't be in a private collection, which is great. But as well as losing his fossils, his physical and mental health began to worsen. So I mentioned, he had problems, but it started to get worse. So by 1928, at the age of 50, he was increasingly frail and started delivering his lectures in a wheelchair.
Oh.
And in 1933, at the age of 55, he delivered his last lecture in the spring of that year in Antwerp. Despite a high fever and being chair-bound, it was still packed. The whole hall was packed. And people spoke of how passionate he was. So it was in paleontology. So he was talking about it. It was like, rah, rah, rah. They're birds, goddammit! Look at the feathers! But this is not a happy ending, sadly, for neither Franz nor his lover, Doda. So, poor and depressed in April of 1933, he did the unthinkable. After drugging his lifelong lover's tea with sleeping pills, he fatally shot Bayezid Elmas Doda in the head.
Jesus!
Before taking his own life with the same gun.
Christ. Did they have a chat about that beforehand?
No, he didn't know. He took that away from him.
Oh, yeah, not great.
Not great. Murderer. So he had... So that's why I said to you at the start. So,
it's such a small detail that goes from like a really sad romantic story. We agreed this together.
No.
Life's gone shit. Then villainous murderer.
Literally. And he left a suicide note, which confirmed this, saying, "The reason that I shot my longtime friend and secretary, Mr. Bayezid Elmas Doda, in his sleep without his suspecting at all, is that I did not wish to leave him behind sick, in misery, and without a penny, because he would have suffered too much."
I don't know about that.
No.
I'm not sure about
Complete
that at all.
narcissist.
Yeah, 100% narcissist.
It's giving...
He couldn't live without me.
Yeah, he couldn't live without me, so I didn't give him the choice.
Ridiculous.
That's awful.
Really bad.
Poor Doda. He
Christ.
literally was like, decided he was depressed and he was like, I'm not getting well. He's going to be poor too. Drugged his tea, shot him without knowing him.
Yeah, terrible.
That's awful. That's so sad.
It is.
It's really bad. Poor little Doda. So it's interesting, isn't it? Because we have like we know this story. It's the patriarch who decides my family can't survive without me. You hear it a lot, don't you? Like mass murder, suicides. But it's not that common in like a gay relationship. Like, isn't it interesting that I guess like maybe there's that thing of like him still being like the breadwinner, that like he always saw himself as superior to his partner, maybe, like for him to decide.
Yeah, but
I can decide on his life.
But I almost think like it doesn't. I don't really believe that is why he did it. I don't. My instinct isn't that like, oh, he wouldn't be able to survive without me. It's that I'm too insecure to imagine the idea that he'd be fine.
Yes.
Like I can't cope with the idea that if we had that's why he didn't have the conversation. Because if he had the conversation and he was like, and he was so certain of that, why can't you just be like, we'll just check to see, and then it'll.
That's not love, is it? Really?
No, exactly. He's like, I can't imagine him living a life without me, so I'm just gonna end it for him rather than checking.
Yeah, it's like if you love someone, you want them to do well. You don't want them. But there's other in other research and writings about him from studying his memoirs, people say he clearly had an almost sort of sociopathic indifference to others' emotions.
Oh yeah.
So he was very main character vibe. He was very much like, I'm doing this, and he was a narcissist. He was charming. He was had great he could bring people in, etc. Captivating. But this kind of admits it. It's like, he had Doda. It was his perfect fantasy. He had him, and then when he was like, well, I'm done. So everyone's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So despite, so then he was cremated and buried in Austria. And I don't know what they did with Doda, actually. I tried to find it online, but it doesn't say on his Wikipedia. Really sad. So despite making important contributions to paleontology with ideas far ahead of his time, his life story, as well as his lovers, would be forgotten in the midst of Europe's mid-century upheaval, World War II. So it's like he went through World War One, and then it's like mad. The Balkans, only to be discovered more widely once the memoirs that he wrote and managed to finish before his death were finally published in German in 2001 and then later translated. that's why he's a Breaking Bad. He was forgotten all those years.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the memoirs, then people started looking back. So they were like, hang on, actually, his theory about the birds, his theory about the
And
things.
the warm-bloodedness as well.
All of that.
Right.
Plane hijacking.
Right. That came to fruition, didn't it?
Became popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a visionary.
He was a visionary in many, many, controversial ways. And so that is the story of Baron Franz Nopcsa von Felschow-Schilvers, a controversial gay paleontologist, spy, and the world's first hijacker.
Whee! Baron!
What a crazy life.
Well, there's many countries to contend with there, many
Cheers.
cultures. Cheers. We got our dinosaur bit.
You got your dinosaur.
Feel free
bit.
to cut it down when necessary.
Yeah.
It could have gone on for a lot longer.
Love.
That's from Darwin and natural selection. And
So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that story, my
I
angel.
did. I loved it. I
From
loved
dinosaurs to gays to hijacking to spies to a double murder-suicide. Awful.
Terrible.
I was like, oh, this is going to be a sad ending. Because I was like, shablam. That's why I was like, give you the dinosaur stuff at the
did
end.
the dinosaur, but it was very much about the dinosaurs. Like, I liked Fran, but I didn't feel quite as connected to Fran as Franny.
Yeah, I love, no.
Fran as Al, our friend Al.
No, see, when you think of them both together, you're like,
oh, I love Al.
Al's like, he's got that little twinky cute angel energy. Yeah.
Wholesome.
Yeah, much more wholesome. Baby was obsessive.
Yeah.
And me at the start, I relate to him. Anyway, that's all for this episode. If you want to hear more of our ramblings, including spy questions, more dinosaur rambling from this one,
probably,
and of course we're going to toast to our favourite bit of the episode.
Yes.
Then join the mini ballad, which will be out next week. Thank you everyone for listening again. It's a revival. You've all been listening. It's it's really nice to see you all connecting with it. And thank you, Lewis, again for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been really fun. I hope I'll be invited back.
You will. She's a part of the furniture now. And with that, goodbye.
Bye.
Breaking Bad. Now that we're breaking bad.